Hello and welcome. In this video, I want to share with you a very simple secret to happiness. Yes, life can be tough, life can be disappointing, frustrating, but you still can be happy. And the secret is simple. Let's not drag it. To live happily ever after on earth, you need to live like an alien. Pay close attention, else you're going to miss the simplicity and yet the potential of the secret. And when I say alien, I don't want you to think about the big googly eyes, extraterrestrial monsters that you see in sci-fi movies. The word alien simply means something that is not from around here. So if they're from a different country, they technically qualify as an alien. If someone is from a different city, a different home, a different planet, you get the point of what an alien means. Simply means it's not from around here. To better explain and make my point, I'm going to share a personal story. So a couple of years back, I was going through a few challenges, maybe a lot of challenges, and I was really down low there. Now, I don't want to generally just think I was in depression, because today people just appropriate words very easily. Today, everyone is depressed, everyone is OCD, everyone is on the spectrum. The problem with just taking things lightly like that is that you don't do justice to the people who really experience those challenges. Because if you give the impression that you can just be depressed every single day and move on with your life happily, when someone really gets into depression and they don't get the same results you have made them have, then it's very devastating to them. But why? You simply weren't depressed, you just appropriate the term. But however, I was down there really caught up in disappointments and frustrations of how things are not going according to plan and my expectations are not being met. The things I'm working on are kind of lagging or slow. And this brother of mine comes to visit me, and he's very excited about his business ideas and projects and visions that he's dreaming of. And I'm like, man, I'm worried about my life here. You're telling me about projects. So he forces me that let's go and explore some real estate, just so that he can show me what the potential of these things can happen. And we live in a coastal city, so we drive around, and then after looking at some places, he decides, okay, he's going to show me a secret beach that they used to come and hang out there as kids. And I'm like, anyway, okay, let's drive and go there. And when we drive and get there, we walk into this place. Boy, I am fascinated. It looked like I was on a different planet. I was like, is this really in the same city I'm living in? And this place was beautiful, technically extraterrestrial, and right there I felt like an alien, right? I'm not from around there. Or in other words, the place felt alien to me, not from around. It wasn't anything I was familiar with. But then it dawned on me that this is the same city I've been living in, and how many more places are there around me that instead of focusing on my problems, I should have rather expanded my scope of thinking to really explore life and have fun. The reason why I say live like an alien, I asked you the question, if you were an alien and you came to Earth, what will you be busy doing? Will you be busy worrying about whether you're making enough money to pay your taxes or your bills? As an alien, I think you'll be curious to find out, what does Earth look like, right? What are the people of Earth like? You'll probably be caught up exploring some fascinating sights and scenes. And these places don't have to be far-fetched. You see, we tend to get excited about the things that are out of reach. So you look at pictures of far cities and far outreach places, and you're fascinated about them. Yet, behind your house, there are a lot of other fascinations and beautiful things that can actually capture the gaze and the mind. Now, I'm not assuming that everyone is perhaps excited about geography and landscapes and all of that, but it goes beyond the landscape. It's also about the people. If you're an alien on a strange planet, I'm sure you just go around fascinated about how the people live their lives. What are they doing? How do they do their work? How do they go about their daily activities and all of that? There are people around you, but you have been so narrow-minded and focused on your problems. You take the bus sitting in the same direction. Your mind is crushed to your phone and you're scrolling mindlessly. You never stop to take in the air, smell the flowers, look at the man playing by the roadside, look at the kids having fun. And that is where real happiness comes from. Happiness comes from living, meaning actually taking in all these things around you. The evidence of this to be true is that if you've ever looked at documentary movies where these people go to far outreach places and maybe go and live with people who are in the jungle and try to hunt their own raw food with them and eat and try to commune with these people in their own lifestyle, and you look at that and you think it's fascinating and you feel like it'll be fun to do that, you're technically agreeing, because What makes it fun is that it's out of reach, it's alien, and it's new. So you're fascinated by it. But what you don't realize is that those same people will be fascinated by your own lifestyle because they don't have access to all those things. It's as well alien to them. I only realized this to even be more true when I was going through my gallery and saw photos where I took when I visited the town I'm living in now. Back then I was living elsewhere, and whenever I had the chance to visit this coastal city, it was so much fun and excitement, and I would try to explore different things, ride the horses around, go to the beach and explore all these things. But when I moved here and I went to do those things for a couple of days, after that I just became numb. So when my friends come to town, they are all excited. Oh, take us out, let's go and tour this place. And I'm like, come on, it's boring, I've been here all this while. But I realized that I haven't really explored them. I've just gotten acquainted with them, meaning I've gotten familiar and I've taken those things for granted. So unhappiness is not really so much about what is lacking in your life as it's about what is in your life that you have taken for granted. You may not have everything, but you also have a lot of things that people who are dreaming of having, people will do anything just to have it. You have things you take for granted, yet if those things were given to another person, they are not going to sleep for weeks or even months just out of sheer excitement. Why? Because those things are new to them. But to you, you've allowed yourself to take them for granted. You've become familiar and you've become complacent about it all. So you can consider this as some sort of a brain hack. So take responsibility now and start reprogramming your mind. Shift your gaze from what isn't working in your life. You weren't just born to pay bills or to set goals and achieve them. No, you were born to live and to live fully. And that begins with you pausing to take in everything around you and appreciate what the blessings that God has made available in your life. And as I conclude, to prove this even further is that the only humans that are always happy are kids. Why? Because everything is alien to them. They don't think they are familiar with anything. So whatever they come across is they see it as something new, something fun to explore, something to interact with. Your spirit of curiosity is still fully active. Of course, until the schooling system crushes that and harsh parenting squeezes the life out of that and they just become grumpy and sad as their parents. I hope that's not you. So I'm sorry to break it to you, earning more money isn't going to make you really happy. Buying that car or buying whatever thing you're trying to buy will not make you happy. Achieving those goals may just be short term, but around you in your life, you have an unlimited supply of things to really explore and really find unlimited happiness in. So hey, take your eyes off that phone. Take your eyes off that television. Look around. Look at the birds. Look at the ants. Look at the wind, the breeze, the trees, and all the beauty around you that is just waiting for you to take it in and breathe and live. Well, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to this channel. I'd like to know what makes you happy. Drop that in the comments below. What is the one thing that when you do, it makes you happy? And as always, I want to say a big thank you to our patrons who help us create content like this. You too can support this channel. The link is down below. And see you in the next video, fellow alien.